47 deadbeats living in the backseat, northeast, west, south, all in the same house. Sitting in the back room, waiting for the big boom. I'm in the bedroom, waiting for my baby. She's on me, but I don't care. I love her eyes and her wild, wild hair. Dance to the beat, it's green like that. Feeling for the nights we living in the wild, wild west. The wild, wild west.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
It's a girl.
Oh, little I played on do that, really. Really, Baba. Oh, look low, look low. Shit.
You gonna keep falling though?
No, hell no.
That's insane. If you're too dangerous to board a plane, you're too dangerous by definition to buy a gun. As scary and uncertain as these times may be, they are also a wake-up call. And they're an incredible opportunity for your generation. Because you don't have to accept what was considered normal before. You don't have to accept the world as it is. You can make it into the world as it should be and could be. You can create a new normal, one that is fairer and gives everybody opportunity and treats everyone equally and builds bridges between people instead of dividing them.
Floyd's murderer is not sentenced. Just know that all hell is gonna break loose. Don't be surprised when buildings are on fire.
But are you watching it gavel to gavel? There are some members of the media who are, but they're not paying attention to the key parts, or they're ignoring them. They see it, but they're not telling you about it. And I want to reiterate a couple of things that jumped out at me. You've heard that George Floyd tried to pass a counterfeit bill and they called the cops. Wow, all this started just because he tried to pass a $20 bill, just 20 bucks. Couldn't they have let it go? Not a violent situation. Here was the first call. Yes, someone tried to give us fake bills. But then they said this: he's sitting on his car because he's awfully drunk and he's not in control of himself. This is the kind of thing that gets the attention of police, so they showed up. And now they have a man who's not in control of himself, who, according to witnesses, is impaired, and he's in the driver's seat of a car. Then it becomes much more significant than a phony $20 bill. You can't let a guy who's drunk and not in control of himself drive off. The police officers had an obligation to take him out of that car.
Floyd's murderer is not sentenced. Just know that all hell is gonna break loose. Don't be surprised when buildings are on fire.
What else? Did you know that George Floyd was arrested, or they tried to arrest him, back in May of 2019? Take a look at this. The 2019 arrest began with a traffic stop. While in custody, Mr. Floyd told officers that he had swallowed several tablets of Percocet, a strong narcotic. He was taken to the hospital instead of jail. And there are some on the side of the defense who believe that maybe that was Mr. Floyd's strategy. If he had a medical seizure or episode, if he took more drugs, maybe this time the cops would take him not to jail, but to the hospital, just like they did in 2019. At one point, George Floyd may have said as much.
Floyd's murderer is not sentenced. Just know that all hell is gonna break loose. Don't be surprised when buildings are on fire.
Does it sound like he says, I ate too many drugs? Listen again.
At one point, was George Floyd saying, I ate too many drugs. That was a contention of the defense. They went back and forth, but that's something he could have uttered. What does the jury make of this? We don't know. We don't know. But I would not be shocked at all. I don't think I would even be surprised at this point if they found Chauvin not guilty of murder and even manslaughter. We'll see. It's up to them. But if that happens, I think the public should be ready. I think it would be great to avoid something like what happened in 1992 after the Rodney King verdicts. All hell broke loose in half the country, but particularly in Los Angeles. It was awful. It was horrific. And this time, I think it's avoidable, although it might be too late because the media have sold everyone an incomplete picture of what happened here.
Just know that all hell is gonna break loose.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Make it mean something, and keep making us proud.
That's insane.